Hi. Today's post is about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a very useful tool that I find I spend a lot of time on, but my relationship to it has changed over time, particularly when it comes to vendor outreach. I can remember in the early days of LinkedIn and social media how intriguing that was and what the possibilities were, and still to me the core possibility of what LinkedIn is, and that is a community of like-minded individuals who can share posts and thoughts and keep up to date with each other. That's fantastic. And over time, it has also become something that vendors have discovered a great way for outreach to prospect. And of course, there's a third leg of that, and that is recruiters to find viable candidates. The vendor outreach one is of interest to me in particular, and lately I've been seeing really a flood, there's no better way to describe it, of people reaching out to me that I don't know. And what used to be for me a very liberal connection policy, anyone who reached out to me I would connect with, now has sort of instilled a bit of hesitation for me. There's someone who's wanting to connect with me and they're obviously in the sales field. I often find that when I do so, within minutes, maybe a day, that person is saying, well, thanks for connecting with me. Now let's talk about your needs for XYZ solution and why it's the best thing there is. And I find that to be maybe a little off-putting. My time is, I don't want to sound pretentious, but valuable and really a scarce commodity. And if I wanted to have anyone reach out to me in any way possible, I'd simply open the front gates and just say, let everyone just through. And I wish I could do that. I wish I had time for that, but I don't. And I'm finding now that there's a fear of connecting with LinkedIn because that's doing the exact same thing the exact thing I'm trying to avoid. And so I caution. LinkedIn isn't what it used to be for me in terms of what vendors are. People who I admire and respect very much, having been one myself, knowing how difficult that field can be. I know what it is to reach out to people and be ignored, and I know what kind of persistence it takes to reach people. I know from my days as a vendor, I know how tough it is to be in the sales field and to reach prospects. And yet, as the receiver of those prospects, I know how valuable and difficult it can be for me to screen calls and use my time appropriately. Those are my thoughts. Let me know yours at my site, michaeldewicha.com. Thanks for listening.